Welcome to ADHD Go. My name is Eric Anderson, and I was first diagnosed with ADHD as an adult in college. I was struggling with my schoolwork and my finances, my personal life, and I needed something to change. I needed some help, some support. So I went to see the campus psychologist and was given a diagnosis of ADHD and a prescription for ADHD medication. So I felt great. I went and got the prescription, took the pills, and for a while I felt super positive, and that was really welcome. But after a few months, I noticed that things weren't actually changing. I was still missing the same opportunities, still struggling in the same ways, and I didn't understand why. The reason is pills don't teach skills. Medication is just one of the available treatment options, and it's really just meant to help give you a little extra support while you build new habits and new behaviors, more adaptive routines that address your condition. I didn't know anything about my condition. I was already struggling with so much, and no one was really very proactive in giving me the information and telling me how serious this diagnosis was. Because I didn't have a lot of these basic facts, ADHD and my condition became kind of a scary, vague cloud. I didn't know what was waiting for me in there, but it felt like dread. And so I avoided any of the treatment options. I stopped taking the medication, and for years, I continued to strike out financially, personally, spiritually, in pretty much any way you can think of. It wasn't until years later that my partner persuaded me to give therapy another try. I didn't want to do it. I was very apprehensive because, like I said, my initial diagnosis had given me this sort of dread and kind of just confused me more than anything, given me a lot of bad information, unintentionally or not. But now I was receiving a lot of encouragement, and this was with a healthy dose of patience, compassion, and urgency. So I finally started seeing a new therapist, and this led me to a new psychologist, another new therapist, a life coach, and yet another therapist. But it was actually the psychologist who really opened my eyes to a new perspective about my condition. He was overwhelmingly positive about my diagnosis, and that was new. In addition, he had this scientific objectivity that really made me feel comfortable with what he was saying, and it made all the concepts feel a little more approachable. With this mindset, I was able to start examining my condition without shame, and I could see my whole self through a compassionate lens for the first time. I could see the potential in me instead of the lack for the first time. I got really excited, and I started researching and became passionate about learning treatments that would genuinely improve my life. I was ready to try anything, and I've tried a lot now. I had nothing to lose, and I've made some mistakes, but I've also learned a lot. And the benefit of this course is that you get to go further, faster, by learning from my mistakes. I believe we all have lessons to teach. Everyone is a teacher. I teach other atypicals to find their own way of overcoming problematic symptoms and reaching their goals, to find their internal coach, their internal drive. We need to adapt our behaviors to our condition so that we can finish more of those cool projects we start. And that's the world that I want to live in. That's why I want to help. I want to live in a world with more people doing amazing things and feeling good about it. My greatest desire is to hear your success story. When you reach the top of your mountain, I want to hear about the view. The strategy I discuss in this course is simple and works for almost anyone, atypical or neurotypical. You can start right now and start as you are. It's always the right time and it's never too late. So let's talk about you in the next video.